Good morning, everyone. Welcome to week 4. So, we're going to start today on week 4, day 1, which is on page 47. This is your first activity, and we're going to be talking about adverbs. An adverb is a word that tells how, when, or where an action takes place. So, what you're going to do is you're going to add up, and you're going to get a letter, and then you're going to get a word here, 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 and somewhere down here as well. It's just not enough space for them. And then you're going to use these 5 words on these 5 sentences. So basically an adverb, there's more on an activity later, so it might be easier to explain with one of those. But it says, we're describing an adverb, so how, when, or where. So the ballerina danced how? On the dance floor to the music. Or that was where? When the ballerina danced in the morning to the music. Whatever, the answer will come from here. But it helps to describe the verb danced, crossed, cleaned, read, solved. It helps explain the verb better. Now, the next activity this is kind of a new thing. We're doing what's called elapsed time. Basically, that just means how much time has passed since something happened. So, for example, here's number 1. It tells you it's 4 hours after 6 o'clock. So you go 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. This one is 10 o'clock. And then one of these clocks will be 10 o'clock. You can just write it next to the numbers, and eventually you just have to match to whichever one is 10 o'clock. Please be careful, because after 6 o'clock, numbers get bigger. Here, it's 2 hours before 2 o'clock, so you need to go back. And then there's a little challenge down here. This is the adverb part that's also continuing that will help us explain. So now, we're going to write an ending for each sentence. So the monkey swings. Here's the verb, swings. We need to write where or when. This would be the adverb. So the monkey swings where? In the jungle. Or when? The monkey swings at night. So you just need to give more description here, and these are what we call the adverbs. And these are from the activity on day 1. You just have a couple of these to do. We're going to talk about arrays, which you did one yesterday on your seesaw activities, so hopefully the information's a little fresh in your mind. Now, the arrays, you just need to find the total, and it does the first one for you. You just need to count the squares, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then here's your total. Now, I've done this little extra because this is how we did it back in class when we were talking about rows, which go side to side. Backwards, so let me just fix that. This is actually a column. Columns go up and down, so here's 1 column, here's 2 columns, here's 3 columns, here's 4 columns, and I'll get my green right here. These are not columns, these are rows. You can say I am Mr. S, and the rows go side to side, so 1, 2, 3. We're going to ignore that. Sorry for the confusion. The columns go up and down. Anyways, it just helps you see how many there are. So for those of you who then start to work on multiplication later, you can see that there's 4 columns and 3 rows, and 4 times 3 is actually equal to 12. The arrays really help us get ready for multiplication, which is a 3rd grade skill. So count how many there are, write the repeated addition. This is the repeated addition. You can write the reverse. Instead of groups of 3, here's our groups of 4, or you can tell me the multiplication. Lastly, we're going to be talking about combining sentences. So when they have the same subject, we can combine it and then put and later. So for example, here's the example. It says, I ordered eggs. I ordered hash browns. So instead of saying, I ordered eggs, I ordered hash browns, nobody talks like that. We say, I ordered, here it is, it's the repeated thing, eggs, and we're adding this hash browns. and we're making one sentence instead of two. So here's I like onions on my hash browns. I like ketchup on my hash browns. So here, I like onions and ketchup on my hash browns. So we're taking what's repeated, I like on my hash browns, and what is different, or the information that we're combining, that's what we put in the middle of the and. That's it for Tuesday. I'll catch you later. Bye.